Hey guys, it's drawing day, and today I am doing an ink drawing of a bird, another bird. I love doing the birds, and today is a falcon or a hawk of some sort. And I'm going to be doing this with all ink, no pre-sketching or anything, and just give you a sense of how to kind of go in and block in the basic general shapes with ink and then work over on top of them and add that structure and that detail and pull the whole piece together. So it's an exercise in mark making and confidence and just being able to go in there and accept what it is that you're drawing without a lot of fussing around with erasers and things like that. So let's get started. So this is the picture we're going to be working with, this falcon. Again, I'm at the very beginnings of being a birder. So I'm going to be working with a Sharpie extra fine point tip and a fine point tip. So hopefully I can get some bigger swashes of black in the darkest areas without a lot of scratching and scribbling around with the extra fine tip. I'm working in this Holbein sketchbook right here. I'm going to rotate it into a vertical format right like that. And we're going to get started on it right now. So, as always, we really want to start with getting a sense of where this is all going to happen. And I'm just going to really kind of make some quick marks if I can get my pen to work. All right, just try to get a basic shape and overall structure to this figure right here. So, all right, and then he comes down right about there, comes down over, out and around. There we go. And we already kind of have the beginnings of what this bird will be doing with just some real quick structural marks to give us some reference points. All right, so pull that in, around up. There we go. We'll get this lower lip right here. Right like that. There we go. We got the nostril. We got all sorts of fun stuff happening here. All right, and then the eye is going to be about right in here. If I can get the eye the right size, this is going to look good. All right. All right, nope. See, I don't have enough of the head back here in relationship to the eye. So I'm using the mistake I made to readdress and come after and fix the scale of the rest of it. So, all right. Got a little highlight right in here. Good. We got a there we go. Just looking for basic shapes that we can then work with when we start feathering everything up, adding in the structure, the details. There we go. And then block in some of the feathers, shapes for the tone. Comes off of that lip right like that. There we go. All right. So we're ready, I think, to come after and really start working with developing the structure and the detail now. Typically we'll start working with, on birds, start working with the beaks and the eyes first. So let's come after that, and we'll get that going right now. Okay, so really working up the darkest darks and finding the structures. There we go. Keep this handy. Working a little bit of value right in through here as well, and that can be line as value or irregular shapes as value, which is essentially the same thing. All right, there we go. Yep. There we go. Oh yeah, this is starting to work. And again, this is all about really getting the right marks, directions, everything working to pull it together. And then really start balancing and working with the structures that will make it read correctly. Yep. There we go. Let's get those feather marks. Come in and get that beak. There we go. Oh yeah, we're starting to cook now. Pull that up. His little I can get the right. There we go. Yeah, it's starting to work. Birds are just so much fun. There's so many textures to work with. That it's just, they just come together. They almost draw themselves with all those visual lines and things that you're going to be working with. There we go. All right, so it's really starting to happen nicely. We're going to have some really fun work. Right like that. I'm going to throw a little more value line right in through here. Get a little more textural marks right there. So I'm switching between value, I'm using directional line, symbolic textures, all sorts of stuff that you work with when you're working with ink to get these things to read just right. We'll try to get that nice little brow right along the top of his head with the marks. Kind of has that flattened out top. There we go. All right, these are value and textural marks. I'm going to try to get a sense of the pattern of the feathers as it comes down. Okay, and some really nice darkness right in through here. I'm going to switch over to a slightly darker, wider stroke. There we go. I'm going to get some really dark marks right up under here. And then it's going to feather out over here. Again, it's all about those directions. It's going to be darker right up under this eyebrow. If I can get it just to happen just right. Right along here. That's really dark right up under here. All right, then I'm going to switch back over to my lighter one so I can get a kind of a tonal range of grays in here. There's going to be a little hatching, but I'm going to bend the marks for direction and value. There we go. And we got this lighter plume right in through here. So I'm going to put the darker edge right on the top of it. Comes around on that brow like that. And it's going to be a little darker on this back side. Again, still bending those lines. This is a fun sketch process. All right, cool. And now, just kind of making some feathery shapes. There's a little more value right in through here, just not much. It's going to be darker though. And right down here, I want to catch a little more like that. We'll throw some directional marks down here like that. Get a little more stylistic mark right there. And we got that wing happening right in through here. And I'm just going to kind of suggest it. I'm not going to go to the trouble to draw a lot of it. I'll just suggest it. There we go. Right down here. And it becomes a lot of values right in through here. I'm just going to mix up my marks. Get a little more circular marks, symbolic. Let's get some more of those strokes for some of that darkness on the front of him. I'm just trying to teardrop it out this direction. All right, so it's a little more right in through here. Try to define that shape just a little better. And right there, we have done a quick, fast little sketch of whatever in the hell this is. Some sort of a falcon, some sort of a hawk of some sort. My Pinterest image didn't have a label on it, so I'm going to have to do a search on it. And I'm just going to throw in there we go. Okay, there we go. We have a quick little ink sketch of a hawk. I'm not sure what kind of hawk it is, but it's a bird. I love doing birds. I love doing those dogs, barns, all those things. You're going to see some more of those coming up. But before we see some more of those, we're going to have another figure drawing session coming up. So get your pens and pencils out and we will draw some more forms, figures, and get a good sense of how to draw people as well. So, hey, I hope you got some value out of this quick little line art demonstration. Give it a try, practice, loosen up, trust your mark making, trust your shapes, trust your sighting, and make those shapes. And if it's a mistake, go ahead and move it over. It doesn't matter that it's ink. You don't have to be that precise with the ink initially as you're sketching. You can block it out and move things around and overpower it as you develop the rest of the drawing. So, hey, if you got any value out of this little demo, please give me a like and a subscribe. Drop me a comment. Head over to my video description. There's links in there for all sorts of supplies and equipment. They're affiliate links. If you click on them and buy anything, I get a small commission. I have also some downloads on my website. The link's in the video description as well. Head over there and you can get some Bridgman and Loomis figure drawing resources. And if you think I'm doing anything on this channel that's worthy of your support financially, please head over to my Patreon channel and give me a $5 a month membership. I truly do appreciate it. It helps out a lot. And I'll see you in the next demo.